story reminded me of when I came out, and when I came out to my parents, my dad verbatim goes, duh. And then my mom was so surprised, but my dad's like, yeah, she likes John Waters a lot. Like for reals. Okay, so like he said, I'm from Chicago. I flew in a few days ago. And one of the things that's fun every time I fly is I get to take advantage of the pre-board, because I have this bad boy. And I gotta say, like, the bane of everybody with a cane is a person in a wheelchair. And it's like, I didn't know that I could feel really hateful against a disabled person until they were in my way between me getting on a plane. And the other day I was leaving my apartment, and I was about to leave Chicago, and my friend was like, yeah, are you excited? And I was like, she's like, are you excited about going? And I was like, yeah, except for the motherfuckers in the fucking wheelchairs that are gonna be in the airport. And then she's like, I'm sorry, did you just say motherfuckers in wheelchairs? I was like, I did. It's fine. It really doesn't compare to like my weird feelings about old people. Like, because that's the other bane of my existence. Like, I got diagnosed with arthritis when I was 15, got MS when I was 19. I have been old forever. And so, like, when grandma gets to like 65 and she's like, oh my god, I have bursitis now. I'm like, oh, welcome to the fucking party, grandma. Welcome. I've lived here for a while. Like, in fact, one time when I still lived in Virginia here, I lived with my parents and my grandfather. It was like I was in a convalescent home. Like, it was comical, like, oh, there was a toilet situation. We all got the norovirus. It was fun. It was good times. All right, let's see. Let's go on to my next thing here. Okay, so when I was growing up, I loved information. Like, I was the type of person who hung out in the library. I knew what microfiche film was, and I know how card catalogs work. And this meant, like, when Google came along, I was like, hell yeah, I don't have to go anywhere anymore, no thanks. I get to stay here away from all the humans. But recently, one of the things, I continue to like to learn things, and one of the things I recently learned about is hyenas. And hyenas have a matriarchal society. Pretty dope, right? And you're like, how did this happen? And it's because the females in the society have pseudo-dicks. They have like little fleshy tubes just protecting their vaginas. And of course, when I found out about this, I was like, how can I get one? Because I was like, I want me a built-in anti-rape device. Like, how can I get this? And I'm here today to tell you guys how. So what you have to do is you have to have some habits, okay? You have to grow the fupa, that fat over pushy ratio area, because that's what's gonna save your ass. Because when you go down low, that fupa is protecting you. Like, I'm wearing underpants right now. You can't see my vagina because my fupa is covering it like Homer Simpson right now. Like, you can see nothing. Also, like, I'm disabled and I have this cane, and people, like, they see me and they're like, oh, she's a mark. And one of my, like, big fantasies is, like, beating the shit out of somebody and chasing them off with my cane. And being like, get the fuck away from me! And then people, like, coming across the situation thinking I'm the mugger, but actually, I was the, what would-be victim. Let's see. So I'm gonna take it down a notch here to tell you guys this story, which is about 9 months ago, I wanted to kill myself. And I went to the ER. And you think the day you want to commit suicide, that should be the worst thing that happens to you that day, right? Not true for me. Mm-mm. I got to the ER and started my period. And they let me choose the channel. And I chose the Game Show Network thinking it was going to be safe. And instead, I bled out of my vagina for 7 hours to Steve Harvey's mustache. Yeah, good times. And again, you think that's probably all that's going to happen to her that's bad for this, right? That should be topped out. Not true. I got up to the hospital floor and I could not have tampons in the mental health hospital. And I was already like suicidal, okay? So like pretty freaking mad. I told the nurse off, told him he didn't have a vagina, so he didn't get to decide what happened with mine. And then I ran back to my room and wrote this joke with a golf pencil. And I was like, how am I gonna kill myself with tampons? What am I gonna like toxic shock syndrome myself to death? I'm just gonna like shove like 5 tampons in my vagina and that's how I'm gonna die? And when I told it to my sister when I got out of the hospital, she said to me, I would tell nobody you died that way. And now my sister's actually in this room right now, and that's the evidence, by the way, that your punchline gets a better laugh than mine does. And And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here on this last little thing, which is about 3 months ago. A lot of my stuff is about diseases, sorry. A few months ago, I was on my way to a Tinder date, and I found out that I had HPV. And normal people find out they have an STD, and they're like, oh my gosh, society, I have to tell people. And I was like, fuck yeah, I have HPV. And the reason for my enthusiasm is I have had herpes since I was 20. I have been on like socially unacceptable STI one for 15 years. And now I'm on socially acceptable STI one with HPV, probably with everyone in this room. And if you didn't laugh at that joke, that's okay. You had HPV, go to your doctor. I don't pay anything. Thanks so much.